what was your, when did you first learn about the directive?
On the social media, that's where I picked it up. And then he then called, I think, was it, I'm not sure whether it was the 1st or the 2nd, but early January, that the letter that is circulating, he wrote the letter, because I thought it's fake.
Is that the usual way you learn about what the minister decides or has decided, that you learn about it on social media?
Well, that's not a right way. We have been interacting all along about everything that is to do with policing, but this specific one, that's how we learned about it, unfortunately.
What was your reaction when you saw on social media that he had directed that the political killings task team be disbanded?
Well, as I said, I first dismissed it because it was odd for me to say something like that. And when he confirmed it himself, that he wrote it, and we must not be surprised. I didn't understand what could have motivated him to pen such a letter in the manner in which he did.
When did you first see the full text of the letter?
I'm not sure of the exact date, but yeah, I saw the full text. It was early January, though, still, and I read it, and I had a problem because the way it was written, it was very difficult to comprehend how that is going to be realized, the content of the letter, because it was saying that the PKTT is disbanded with immediate effect, and that a close-up report must be submitted, or a plan by 20 January, and then a close-up report by the end of the month. It was not practical to do those things.
So how would one describe your reaction to seeing this directive? Shocked, surprised?
It was unusual.
Baffled?
It was unusual. And I mean, it was not exciting. It was just problematic, yeah.
Because you also saw, and there's been, I don't know if you want to add your interpretation to the word immediately. You saw that in the letter?
Yeah, I saw that in the letter.
And I think you may have said that you found that to be
I've said it's
problematic.
Yeah, I mean, if something is immediate, is immediate. It is disbanded, and then I need reports on this and that date that closes this unit. It was problematic.
Now, you had worked with the minister for at least half the year, from July to December, and you've also known him in another capacity, as a political ally, comrade. When you saw the text or read the text of the letter, what was your sense? What was your impression? Is this the way he communicates? Is this the way he writes?
Look, it was very difficult to really put my thoughts together as to what was happening to him to craft the letter in the manner in which he did. And at the time that he did, I don't know what was going through his mind and the circumstances that he was in when he penned the letter. It's I don't know. Of course, he has said so to you here that he was seated at home and maybe the environment was such that he could apply his mind and pen that letter. But I don't know what he was going through, because a strong letter is not a light letter.
Would it be correct to say he didn't consult with you?
Of course, he didn't consult. The only time that he spoke to me, it was after the letter was out, and he was saying, "Yes, I've penned the letter. Don't be surprised."
Did you ask him what the reasons were, what informed the letter, what his motivations were?
I didn't question whether it's right for him to write a letter like that, because when an executive authority makes a decision and pens it down so that there's no misinterpretation of the decision, he has made a stand. He took a stand and communicated that stand.
What is your understanding between the divide between policy and operations? And you've been a deputy minister for a long time. You're familiar with sections 206 and 207 of the Constitution. You're familiar with the provisions in the Police Act, which prescribes the role, the various roles of the minister, the national commissioner, divisional commissioners. This is a directive disbanding an operational unit task team within the police. Could the minister do that?
The minister can communicate his views. Whether he's legally correct or wrong, I might not be able to interpret that, but he can communicate his directives in writing. And it's upon the recipient to receive and respond to that. And I think the National Commissioner responded in a manner that the immediate part of it was not operationalized. Because we are all aware that the committee, the task team is still there.
So how soon into the new year did the minister discuss this with you? This is now after he's issued the directive.
I might not recall the exact date, but I mean, when we met and discussed this issue way beyond January. That January has come and gone, and the KTT has not been disbanded. But like I said earlier, that there were discussions around this. For instance, I remember a discussion where the issue of General Khumalo came into being, that as we are strengthening crime intelligence, it will be appropriate that he focus on crime intelligence, and probably the National Commissioner look at getting somebody who can full-time attend to the PKTT.
Yeah, you do mention, and you'll see at paragraph 54 of your statement, that the discussions you did have with the minister seem to be more about the head of crime intelligence now also heading the PKTT.
Yeah, because that was the case. Even now, because that decision has not been made, that is still the case. But one was of the view that if we were to be true to what we are saying, it will be appropriate that Lieutenant General Khumalo be allowed to pay special attention to crime intelligence, because he is responsible for that. And we get some senior officer, either a major general, to take up the responsibility of heading the political killing task team. Because even Khumalo, by the time he was heading it, he was a major general before he became a head of CI.
But there was never any talk of disbanding or disestablishing the task team.
Well, the earlier discussions that came, that the unit must be done away with, there was a discussion around that. There was, because we were saying let's strengthen murder and robbery, and all murder-related cases be dealt with by the murder and robbery unit.
But you can't remember when that discussion took place? Was that before the directive?
Before the letter, yes. Before the letter.
So let me come back to then what was your reaction when you saw the directive?
The letter?
Yes.
No, the letter, I'm saying that the letter came as a surprise to me, particularly the immediate disbandment of the unit and the dates that were set there. That to me was a problem, because the people who can be able to say we think we can close up this through this particular process are the operatives themselves out of an engagement.
Were you aware of the fact that the people in charge of the operations of the PKTT, General Mkwenazi and Lieutenant General Khumalo, that they had not been consulted about the disestablishment of the task team?
Well, because the discussions we were having with the National Commissioner, for that decision to ultimately be implemented, it will necessarily need the engagement of all the role players.
Did you discuss it with the President?
No.
Did the Minister tell you that he discussed it with the President?
Well, he might have discussed with the President, because in our engagement we did say the Minister must take the President into confidence on the things that he intends to do. So he must discuss with the President. Whether he discussed with the President or not, I don't know, because I was not in attendance.